Hey everyone, we're here at day two of the training, and today I wanted to talk about, when I first started my journey about food, what I did. In the beginning, what I wanted to do is I had to track, exactly what I was eating. So that's what I did is I wrote down everything that I was eating throughout the day, and don't get me wrong, let me tell you, I love cakes. I love candy. That was my biggest thing. Not to mention, I didn't drink any water. I was drinking soda. I would go through a 12 pack of soda every 2 days, and trust me, that's not the healthiest thing to do. Not to mention, cakes at meetings and desserts. That was my favorite, right? So trust me when I tell you, I've been there, and so I had to kind of look at what I was eating for food, right? So I wanted to track my calories, and what I'm going to do to you is I'm going to give you guys a tool that you can track your calories on paper, right? And it's kind of old school, but it kind of works, right? You track everything that you eat, you write it down on a piece of paper, and then you can go online and you can look it up and see what the food is how many calories you were taking in. The idea is to see how many calories you take in a day, right? You want to take in less calories based on your BMI. And you know what? We can talk about, BMI calculator and, what you're supposed to have for a deficit. And we can talk a little bit more specific, Saturday. But today I wanted to give you something to look forward to and to look and kind of gauge and see where you're at, right? When I first started my journey, what I did was I tracked my calories and realized I was taking in almost 3 to 4 thousand calories a day. And that was on a day that I wasn't eating uh, as much as I could. I mean, days that I would eat pizza, you're looking at easily 2,000 calories just to, half of a pizza, right? So you got to kind of look at what you eat and say, hey, I can't be eating the wrong stuff at the wrong time. And that's what I'll work with you and we'll work on a meal plan. But the idea is to see where you're at, right? You want to see where your baseline is. And, when I first started out my journey, what I did was I cut my calories every single week. I started off small and taking down 1,000 calories a week until I got to the calorie count, my goal that I wanted to be at. That way, my body didn't feel like I was taking too much away from it, and it didn't seem like it was hard of a task, right? Slowly brought it down, and now I'm probably, for my body weight, my height, I should be taking in at least 2,000 calories a day, right? That's kind of what they say is the average. But in reality, you have to have a calorie deficit if you want to actually lose weight, right? So that's the kind of stuff that I want to work with you one on one. We can work on coming up with a plan and what your goals are for the upcoming weeks. And that is the key, right? Is to have a set of goals so you could achieve. We talked about motivation yesterday. Today, I'm talking about food, right? Key things is you have to be motivated, you have to be committed, right? And you have to want this. You have to have that big why that we talked about yesterday. So, you know what? Once you have that why, and once you see where you're at, you get a baseline, and that's tracking your food for the next couple of days. Again, I'm going to put this up on the Transformational Tribe, the private Transformational Tribe group, where you can go on and you can pull down that PDF. If you're having a hard time finding it, please reach out to me and I will show you and I will help you get onto the Transformational Tribe. I'll make sure I attach a link to this. So if you're seeing this on Facebook, if you're seeing this on TikTok, Instagram, because I'm putting it on all the platforms, I want everybody to be able to get the information that I'm giving you so that we can be prepared for this coming Saturday and I'll be ready to go, all right? If anybody has any questions, please put them in the comments so that I can comment and I'll reach out to you. I'll reach back to you. You have my number. Give me a call. I'm here for you. So I'll see you guys Saturday.